Hello, 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 and welcome back dito sa aming episode of the Garena Premier League 2015 Summer. We are now on to our day 2 of our week 1. Alright, we'll be your shotcasters for tonight. I am Gia Shinbo, and that is Shinbo with the 1, 4 and I.
And I am GS Amplifier.
Lined up for tonight would be a match between Asf Vs Sf5 taking on Saigon Fantastic 5 for our first set of matches. Of course, you have to wait up because for a second set of matches, it will be a Pinoy blood shedding up over the Summoner's Reef with Imperium Pro Team taking on GameX War Gods. Let's move on onto our Champ Select screen as the draft phase has been laid down.
Alright, so for the first set of bans, that's Jace, Alistar, and Leona for ASF, Aces Fate. And
Yes.
For Saigon Fantastic 5, that's Rise, Rengar, and Kalista.
So insights about these bans, I mean, doing your homework.
Yep.
For GS Amplifier.
For SF5, they definitely want to ban Rise because Slay performed very well on Rise in the previous game.
Yes.
1 week ago, naglaban na itong dalawang teams actually.
Okay, and of course,
they played Rise and Rengar.
And Rise
it was a very deadly top lane.
Yes, and a crazy strong champion.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So definitely don't want to see that. Kalista probably target ban there also as well onto Lisna. Meanwhile, ban champions here for Jace, Alistar, and Leona. Jace probably target ban to Lovida.
Alright.
In the mid lane.
Lovida.
Yes, and then Alistar and Leona, 2 Tartars. So those are mostly target bans. And
Yes.
Rise, just plain OP this
Yes,
meta.
just
So,
plain OP.
yeah.
I mean, it would be understandable to have a Rise ban in
Yes,
every game
definitely.
here at GPL.
So even with the nerfs, he's
Yeah.
still a very strong hyper carry mid laner.
Or
And-
actually, it's not a nerf in the late game,
Yeah,
but a
yeah.
buff in the early game over
yeah.
that 5.12.
yeah,
Alright.
that's true.
So, running down still into the compositions here. You said something about a Rengar and Kha'Zix matchup between
Yes.
these two teams. What
Yeah.
what is that about?
Last week, ASF brought out Rengar, kung kaya siya naban ngayon. And then
Alright.
they also brought, SF5 brought out Kha'Zix, but it did not turn out so well. Kha'Zix ended up not bringing out enough damage. So in
Alright.
the end, what happened was he had to bring out tank items. And we all know that having to tank a Kha'Zix means desperation.
So, who completed the mission? Was it Rengar? It was
Rengar, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting the full stacks.
Yes.
That's the bonus, right?
Yes.
Head of Kha'Zix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely did not turn out well, and that's why ASF decided not to ban Kha'Zix. Based on their last game, it was not a successful pick. So
They won't be using that
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Alright, so we're scouting over a Rek'Sai and a LeBlanc. Even though with the distortion, although
Yeah.
GM Kairos said that the missile speed or the speed reduction of the distortion is just very mild, only 0.1 seconds as compared to what the community has accepted.
Yeah.
And now we have Oriana finally getting locked in for the mid lane of Asus Fate. We are seeing here a Fizz. A Fizz, this is a definite mid lane Fizz. It's been a long time since we've seen a Fizz in the mid lane since his advent over the top lane of Bruiser Fizz.
yeah, and there's so much big potential now coming in from SF5. You have the Thresh, you have the Gragas. That's already a lot of big
Yes.
potential for them. A lot of roaming potential, and especially since Sivir is a very safe AD carry that gives Sunny here a lot of time to roam around the map and to help Lovida on Fizz to get snowballing. So once Sunny starts to roam around the map,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure he will.
Yes,
He will
yes.
definitely help out Lovida. The only problem here is that ASF also has a Rek'Sai, and we all know that Rek'Sai is a very mobile champion.
Yeah.
Loves to get around as well.
Yes.
And if that Annie, which will probably go support, we also know that Annie's also a very heavy support.
The Queen's Gate revolves around getting around all over
yeah,
the map.
definitely. Tapos global pressure because they
Yes.
also have the Shen.
Alright, so now
there's really
they're
going to be a lot of roaming in this.
they're relying more on the control here in the mid lane. Speaking of Victor,
Yes.
providing more protection for Deceiver, I would assume.
Yeah, and I guess that's also gonna help for late game.
Yes.
With the power spike. And Victor generally actually
Very
is a
powerful.
very contested mid lane
Yes,
champion at the
international.
moment. Yeah, internationally very contested in LCK as well as in the EU LCS. So I'm not surprised that they're picking this one up.
I'm very interested over this Shen top
Yeah.
lane.
Me too, actually. Shen not so popular.
Yeah, not
at
so
the
popular,
moment.
but I think this is quite a very viable champ now, especially with the buffs.
Yeah.
And like as I've seen him personally in the game.
Yeah, Key Strike was buffed, so I think the cooldown was reduced.
Yeah.
Para more consistent damage over time. So it's definitely gonna help. In short, he's more annoying.
And
now
you
in
said
match.
that pick oriented, the Saigon Fantastic 5 composition revolves around picks.
Yeah.
Right, so when if you want to counter a pick oriented composition, you could pick up Shen, right?
Yeah.
Quickly activating that teleport or that stand united.
Yes.
ultimate of his. So you've seen the breakdown, guys, over or the analysis over the drafting phase of this Garena Premier League. We are very excited as we are now on our day 2, okay? Garena Premier League just started recently with a day 1. Group A started yesterday.
Yes.
Right? And now we're on to Group 2. Day 2,
Yeah,
or
day
Group
2.
B. And it's really interesting since I've seen the prize pool for this one.
It's, I think, first
Very
place,
big.
$20,000.
Yes, that is 800,000 pesos. The champion, it's like equals, you could change your life.
Yes,
with that.
definitely. Very true.
Yes, and also if you look into the last place, they'll be taking on $2,500, and that's 100,000 pesos. It's
Yes.
really big amount here in the Philippines. Anyway, guys, welcome to the Summoners Rift. This is the Garena Premier League 2015 Summer Group B. A match between Asf Vs Sf5 versus Saigon Fantastic 5. On the blue side, we have Asf Vs Sf5. In the top lane, it will be Slay. On a Shen, in the jungle, it will be Mew. On a Rek'Sai, in the mid lane, it will be Jinky on Ariana. And for the bottom duo, we have Lisna on a Corki AD carry. And a Kihu on an Annie support.
Yeah, so this is definitely going to be an interesting game because the last time that Asus Fate and SF5 fought, Asus Fate won against SF5. And it was a pretty, I would say it was a slightly one-sided game in favor of Asus Fate. So this should be a definitely interesting match to see if SF5 can get back into their game. Because like we said before, SF5, medyo nagbago na yung roster nila. The roster has changed. So in a way, they kind of got weaker. Especially since I mean, if you guys remember GPL last split, we saw the very strong Optimus in their team, very effective Zed. We saw them face Mineski, and it was just a very exciting game.
SF5 was really strong.
Yes.
Last split.
Now they're saying most of that strength has kind of gone over to their sister team, Saigon Jokers. They're definitely one of the more respected teams of Southeast Asia, but that doesn't mean that you can count SF5 out just yet. That's why this game should be interesting. We'll see if they can get revenge on Asus Fate and get back into their A game.
Alright, so we also have, again, breaking down that Saigon Fantastic 5. In the top lane, we have Ro on a Maokai. In the jungle, it would be Senna on the Gragas. New names here, right? It would be Lovida for the mid lane, Victor. And for the bottom duo, we have Tartarus on a Severe AD carry and Sani on a Tres support.
Yeah, we're actually seeing a lane swap being pulled here from Lisna and ASF. That's mostly because I guess it's pretty painful to face a Sivir early on in the game. And
with the hustle of Thresh.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess they want to be able to make sure that Corki hits the Trinity Force power spike because definitely Sivir is probably going to spike earlier than Corki.
Yes. In a team fight oriented composition, it would be nice to pick up an Annie. But for the laning phase against a Sivir, I don't know what would Annie do against a Sivir. I mean, you could just easily spell shield away those disintegrates.
Yes, that's true. So hopefully this lane swap will pay off. And since Gragas is actually pretty strong early game, we're pretty sure that SF5 is probably gonna get the first dragon of the game because of this lane swap.
Yeah, so you got here as the jungler and the top laner actually roams for the red. They are pinging Shen. There's a very big plan here. Probably pulling off a tower dive. Not yes, they will. Alright, so there's a Sabitas. It's a matter of time. Fate is sealed for Slay. Twisted advance here by the Maokai. Dashes in away, but it will be a boomerang blade, giving a first blood now for Tartarus.
Yeah, I guess they should have seen that coming. All the vision for that tower dive was really set up from SF5.
Just perfectly set up. A 3-minute gank after the 2 large camp clear.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my. Forcing the flash out there.
What's Tartarus doing there?
We can actually see Jinky's actually bullying Lavida a lot right now in the mid lane. And that's one of the disadvantages of picking a Victor. He's a little bit vulnerable in that early game. And because of all this pressure that Jinky's putting onto Lavida, it might make it a bit hard for him in the mid lane. I can imagine Rek'Sai would eventually have to help out Lavida because look at that. Already below 50% health.
Napakalakas ng zone na ginagawa dito ni Jinky, as in ibang klase din naman. Siguro kaya rin biglang nakapunta doon si Slay. Ay, hindi talaga siguro. Kaya alam mo na kung bakit biglang naalangan doon si Tartarus over the bottom lane. Sayang yung flash talaga doon. Teleport si Slay. Kaya pala agad na nakapunta.
Actually, dapat nga na-predict na yun na mangyayari yun eh. Kasi the moment na namatay si Slay, definitely magti-TP naman talaga yung bot
wala naman ibang pwedeng paggamitan ng PT na yon. In the 6-minute, 5-minute cooldown.
Masyado matapang siya
Yeah.
na nag-stay siya dun.
You just want to shove talaga.
Yeah.
I-assert yung pagkalamang niya. Anyway, 0-1 now. Here's our scoreboard. Steady. There are 2 Dorans ring para sa victory natin. Okay? That's what you do naman talaga.
Yes.
When you're having a hard time laning over an opponent. Pero interestingly, no, parang so ganun. Parang I kind of medyo surprised din na nakalamang ng grabe. Ganito kataas yung Oriana kaagad sa laning with the Victor.
Yeah, I guess Lovida is having a hard time kasi nga medyo mataas yung bully potential with
ni Oriana.
The command distortion.
Yes.
Very painful.
And
so
he goes all in, a little sidestep, and even with the assurance of the shield, command protect from the Oriana, talagang, maalam siya. Anyway, Chalice of Harmony. Na dito ni Jinky, instead of a route to a Morello Nomicon, we're seeing an unholy grail on this one.
And I think that's the better choice, no? Kasi eventually, as the game progresses, lalakas yung poke ni Lovida.
Yeah. Now,
but there's a...
Okay. Connect, body slam, also not. There's dark passage mula kay Sivir, pero still, that is Shen. Shadow dashing out of safety.
Yeah, so yeah, I think the Chalice of Harmony na yung Athene's Holy Grail. Better build path siya para kay Jinky. Kasi eventually...
No!
Wow!
Nice flash there by Lovida, no? As in, sobrang close call na nun.
Ready na siya.
Oo, talaga. Nice one. Could have been, I'm not
kill.
Sure, yeah, it would be a
kasi
kill. May ignite pa, yes. Oo. Tsaka, ano ba naman yung item din dito ni Victor? If you compare the level 6 to level 5, there's the burst na pwede talaga manggaling mula dito kay Jinky.
Yeah, and this is a bad sign for SF5 kasi the moment that you can delay yung power spike nito si Victor, mas matatagal na itong umabot ng late game eh. So, I'm actually wondering why ASF Mio is not ganking the mid lane because definitely, si Senna should be ganking the mid lane because nag-overextend na din si
si Oriana, yes. But here, over the peak in the top lane against Ro, the Maokai. So there's the rotation by Saigon Fantastic 5 here for the Dragon. Sobrang walang contest dito, no? And I assume alam na rin to ng Aegis Fate.
Yeah, that's definitely predictable kasi siguro nga nakita na nga nila si Mio at the top lane. Plus, the ASF pulled off the lane swap. So, very natural reaction lang yun para sa pro team. We know he's there.
Itong problema lang. Deja vu na naman. Another pick na naman ito para kay Rowan Normalit. Oh my God! Lumiko patabi. Itong si Liz na, okay?
Napaka-inefficient naman ng gank na yan.
As in thinking na, okay na. Yan, one flash burn. Mad Buster by Ro.
Ano ba yan? Nakakapanghinayang.
Sayang talaga yun.
Flash pa siya para dun. One auto attack and you burn a 200-second cooldown.
Sa supposed bonus skill, supposed bonus skill yon against kay Maui kay Ro. So talagang nakapanghinayang.
Yikes.
Alright, so 2 for 1 now here with Aces Fate having a minimal lead actually. 11 or 1k gold after 1k gold. Again, 11k against 10k. If you look into the itemization over the top lane, well, wala pang item si Shen.
Yeah.
Nakikita.
He has 2,000 gold in his pocket. I think yung gagawin niya, he just went to TP sa bot lane para ma-save niya yung tower niya. Tapos pag na-push na yung lane, tsaka siya magbaback for items.
Oh, ang dami naman power sustain dito.
Yeah.
Ni Shen, if you add the Purple Blade, plus the Purple Sword, plus the Faint Shield din ni Shen. So walang problema dito kay Shen with an E for an E. So, Maokai. Pabuot to ng Righteous Fury, yung Catalyst.
Yes.
Kaka-Catalyst yata ito. Okay. Also sa Gragas naman, there's a commendable Blade, Star's Blade on top of Dami Cinder. Cinder kang enchantment. Also, a Trailblazer para kay Rek'Sai. This is surprising. Farm Rek'Sai, Trailblazer Rek'Sai.
Yeah, actually,
I would comment on Blade din
because even in their last game, Trailblazer din yung kinuha ng
ni Rek'Sai.
Mio. And not sure why. Maybe Trailblazer so you can farm earlier
talagang
and get Cinder Hulk faster so you can be tankier sa early part ng game. Kasi,
and it reflected on 43 against 27.
Yeah. The faster you hit that,
wow. Look at here, there also Lizna paghihigante para doon sa flash in kay Maokai. It will be a kill by Ro.
Yeah, easy gank. No vision.
Easy pick.
In the river right here. So
yes.
very easy pick there coming in for SF5.
Medyo na-miss out natin yung rotation dito, no? Or, ewan ko, pero parang if you're, siguro din naging confident si Corky that he has the Valkyrie up. Pero 3-man gang, yeah, the lockdown is there for you.
Yeah,
with the Twisted Advance, definitely.
And actually, yung ASF does not have to rush masyado here. No? Actually, pwede lang, yung focus dapat na nagiging, yung focus nila is to get Jinky and Lisna farm. The moment na maka-Athenes at tsaka Sorcerer Shoes na si Jinky, plus the Trinity Force coming in for Lisna, that's when they want to start the team fight.
Yes, yes.
Kasi at that point, magkakaroon na rin ng Cinderhawk itong si Mio. So he'll be tanky enough to absorb damage. Slay, 64 CS, he's 10 CS above Maokai right now.
Alright,
0.
yeah.
So by the time na umabot na sila ng mid-game, I can imagine na they will definitely force the fights. Kasi at that point then, kulang pa rin si Loviday. He's still behind in items. He only has one upgrade to his, what do you call this? Yeah, the Hex Core. It's only MK-1. So at that point, medyo mahina pa si Victor at that point. Unlike Oriana, the moment na mag-shockwave siya at mid-game, we all know how game-changing.
Alright, so here's a breakdown here in the top lane. Twisted Advance onto Lisna, and that is another easy kill sa ating Corky. Wow! He's trying to sustain up. There's the SS stand united by the Shen, but it won't be enough. Another kill by the jungler over the AD carry.
Hindi pa siya natuto sa gang kanina.
Oo nga eh.
Still no vision over at the bush here. Just, it's such a dark map. You only have this, so it's very easy to just route here.
Yes.
Tapos dito lang dumaan. So, I don't know.
Tsaka nasa bottom lane lang si Shen. Wala namang kahit sinong katapat.
Yes.
Late din yung stand united doon.
Yeah, true. So, I think miscommunication and partly for the team.
Disintegrate, flashes in. Etong si Ro. They are now on Cecina. There's a knock-up mula kay Mew. Body slam for a counter engage. There's also the barrel roll. Twisted Advance. And a smite gets the kill onto Akihu. There's the death sentence. Papunta ngayon sa ating Rexa. But no follow-up will be done here. They'll be staying over the top lane to push this turret.
Yikes. ASF looking a bit sloppy, no? At this early portion of the game. Their rotations aren't so good. Hindi nila na-predict yung movement actually. Coming in from SF5. Lisna, lagi nila nahuhuli sa top lane. They are not even...
Ano yun? Ano problema, no?
And it's mostly invested here. So, wow, double... Okay, didn't notice that.
Yeah,
but
there is definitely something wrong here. Yeah. A double pink ward.
I'm not sure what's happening to ASF.
Nobody, walang gusto magtipid sa game na to. Walang gusto magtipid sa game na to. 2-4 now. It would be Saigon Fantastic 5 having a little lead here. 1K, not much as we enter the mid-game. But they have to consider talaga yung pick sa kanila. Yung pick sa kanila. Ay, no. Yung pala kaya sila nakakadali is because of Lisna. Okay? Yeah. So, yung Imbo Fate has to, medyo maging worry naman.
Yeah, definitely.
Sa positioning or kung nasaan yung members ng map. There's the shockwave onto Levida. Here comes Jinky closing in, laying down those no more hits. It's another command attack. And an ignite flashes in, but it would be the Gragas stopping the Oriana. Actually, no, it won't be enough to stop as he gets the kill onto the Victor. 1-for-1 in the mid lane.
Yeah, good response coming in from SF5 now for that gank. But this is gonna cost them a turret because Ro, kinailangan niyang mag-TP sa mid lane. So that's gonna cost them one tower. That will give Corky the chance to go back siguro sa bottom lane. And that will give them time because Dragon's coming up in around 9 seconds. So we will be seeing, I can imagine na magko-contest na yung ASF sa next Dragon.
And I think on this Dragon, let's see, on the Oriana, matagal-tagal matagal-tagal yung yung shockwave. Another kill, and it will be the jungler of Asus Imbo Fate getting big on. This is a key champion to kill if you want to go for the Dragon. Ano pa pwedeng gawin dito ng Asus Imbo Fate?
ASF is...
What? Bad positioning. And actually, basta-basta lang na pick off talaga.
Yeah.
And remember,
medyo na face check din si Leo. It's such a dark map.
You said then, GS Amplifier, pick composition ito.
Yes.
Na Saigon Fantastic 5 at talagang binibigyan ng Asus Fate ng chance na makapick. Itong Saigon Fantastic 5, they really have to group up, play it safe and proper now.
Yeah. So far, both Dragons now, first two Dragons of the game going to SF5, eventually magkakaroon ng third. And if SF5, kung makuha na naman nila yung third Dragon, that's gonna give them bonus movement speed. At mas nakakatakot lang yun actually for ASF kasi the moment you get that bonus movement speed, lalakas lang yung picks niya kasi you'll be able to rotate more around the map. And so far, hindi nagre-relax ng SF5. They've been roaming so much. 14 minutes pa lang in game.
The only dent in the armor of SF5 would be Lovida.
Yeah.
The mid laner nila na hindi pa gaano nakaka-step up sa kanyang performance. But you have to expect yung composition kasi dito, power composition kasi ito, yung severe. Yung severe plus the tanks. Maokai, there's also the Gragas. This is a power composition. So if you come into the late game, it will be very hard for Asus Imba Fate. Another hope for Asus Imba Fate on this one would be their mid lane also.
Yeah.
That is Oriana. If the Rek'Sai is able to deliver the ball, or kahit madala lang talaga yung bola, and I'm quite confident, lalo pa dito sa performance ni Jinky, that she could pull that off, and she's capable of pulling that off, then yun, isa yun sa mga key points na pwedeng ipanalo ng Imba Fate on certain
Especially
classes.
si Lisna, actually. He already has his Trinity Force. So at this point, mas masakit na yung poke niya. As long as they can poke...
Oh! Flashes in a 4-man! Wow! Beavers! And a Sonic Wave on top of that! Finishes off 3 members of Saigon Fantastic 5. They are now on to Maokai, who win a vengeful Maelstrom. It is Slay leading the front line. On the side, there's Sina, and just like that, from 2-4, you will be having a 6-6 into our scoreboard and put an outer middle turret on top of that.
That wombo combo.
Wow.
If he could just get a replay of that, that was perfect execution right there. 4-man stun from Annie, Shockwave, lahat na.
Like I said from before, gusto ko lang pababain yung balahibo ko kasi ang tindi nang paka-execute.
And that's exactly what I was talking about, no? Mid-game is what ASF is looking for. Nakakuha na ng Trinity Force ito si Corki, tapos naka-achieve Holy Grail na si Jinky. Exactly what I said earlier. They got the items that they needed. 1 core item each is enough to pull off that kind of play. Plus, mobility boots coming in for Annie. Yun yung hinintay ko eh. It was the time na mag-pick na si Annie with a flash and Tibbers. And
what could you want?
Yung isang clash na yun brings them 3,000 to 4,000 gold lead ahead. So,
grabe.
That's ASF back in the game.
If you look into that one, there's a shutdown kill onto that Maokai. Yeah, on that Maokai. Ay, no, it's actually Maokai na nag-survive lang doon.
And actually, yun yung
isang
isang drawback
talaga
actually ng SF5 is that
napunta.
Yung ganks ni Senna, nag-invest kay Maokai, which is not the person that you want to be investing in your team. Ideally dapat, kaya medyo naalanganin ako sa play ni Senna is because ideally nga, he should have been ganking the mid lane to get Lovida ahead.
Sabi siguro dito ni Liz na, okay lang pre na napick ako, napunta naman sa Maokai.
Actually,
okay lang, okay
exactly.
lang.
That's the point.
Easy lang.
Yeah, dapat na-invest yun kay Lovida. Now, look at him. Sorcerer Shoes pa lang siya and his first upgraded item. So, this is not looking like a strong mid laner at the moment. At siya pa naman yung isa sa mga core sources of damage.
Alright, teleport here na manggagaling mula kay Slay as ASF5 gets peeled off by the explosive cast mula dito kay Senna.
Yeah, vision looking pretty good now for both teams. Kanina medyo alanganin yung vision ng ASF but now they probably learned from the ganks from Lisna, so they put down more wards. Although medyo defensive nga lang. If you can see right now, it's not invading anywhere. So, just trying to keep Lisna safe. But at this point, no, ASF can start to make plays now kasi I'm sure ang laki ng moral boost eh.
Ang laki talaga nun.
Yung wombo combo na yun, parang feeling mo pagkatapos nun, invincible ka na eh.
Oo, as a team. Nice one pre, gaganon na talaga. But I would say, na kapag naka-pull off ka ng good wombo combo for your team, mas mahirap na yon.
Yeah, actually.
Next time. Kasi mas nakaantabay.
Yes, exactly.
Nawala yung lead ng Saigon Fantastic 5. Just that instant, nasunog po yung lead ng Saigon Fantastic 5. Really commendable. Flash Tibbers, 4-man SS by the Annie with a Shockwave mula kay Jinky.
Yung pwede lang gawin ng SF5 dito is to get Lovida farm. Kasi you can't really split push kasi medyo malakas din yung wave clear. You have ASF's Oriana plus the Corki, so you can't really out-split push that team. Plus, global pressure din from Shen. So umasa ka pang makakatakas ka ng split push. The only thing that you can do here is to get Lovida farmed up kasi definitely he's behind compared to Chiki. So get him farmed up.
As a key role,
yes,
mid
exactly.
lane.
So get him farmed up, maybe bring Senna wherever Lovida goes para in case you get caught out, you can make a play, get Lovida fed. Basta, SF5 really needs to start investing in Lovida habang 18 minutes pa lang. Kasi the moment that ASF realizes, guys, wala pang power spike to si Lovida. Ang daling patayin niya basta mawombo ka ulit sila. It's an easy team fight for ASF.
No, game 1 pa lang to at meron ng ganong atinding play na nangyaring din sa ating Garena Premier League para sa mga viewers natin dyan, lalo na sa mga Pinoy Summoners natin. Invite your friends in dahil dalawa sa mga representative teams natin ang maglalaro ngayong gabi. But it would be very much worth it, lalo na nakita nyo kanina yung ginawa dito ng Asus Imba Fate. Manonood din kayo nung iba pang teams dito sa ating Garena Premier League because this will be the teams that our representatives will be facing eventually.
Yes, definitely. And they're looking pretty strong right now.
So, there's Miowu. There's also the Annie. I'm liking this. Magkatabi ulit yung Oriana natin. Tsaka Annie, ano kaya ang pwede nila ma-pull off dito as they take up a position here in the Dragon.
Yes, medyo delikado lang din to for ASF.
Kasi una mapipick up dito would be Oriana. Will there... May flash, yes, may flash na gamit kay Oriana in the backline. There's Row, and then trying to force again. Another shoot as a double kill being get and received by the Oriana. And this will be a triple kill as he gets onto the victor. They're now onto the last member of Saigon Fantastic 5. Will it be an ace? Yes, it will. As ASF looks strong, and they will take the Dragon on this one.
Exactly what I said.
Wow.
ASF knew. Alam na alam nila. Just one shockwave, one corky bomb.
Yes.
So easy.
Sa carries, no?
Exactly. And Victor, no one left to feel for him. Kasi actually, wala na nga time si Sen at saka Zero para mag-feel para sa kanila.
Yes.
Because he's so squishy. And without flash, kahit may cleanse na nga siya, he wasn't even able to use it.
Yes.
Both summoner spells are still on cooldown. The burst is too fast for Lovida to react. They need to keep him safe at the backline and they need to get him farm. Pero yung problema nga, hindi nila nagagawa yun kasi there's so much vision now that's starting to invade from ASF.
Oh, wow. Walang babackup dito kay Mio. Oh! That's a very bad dead sentence. Anyway, in the bottom lane, it's Lista getting the pick on the receiver. And it seems na nadala na dito si Lista ng kanyang teams as to get an advantage against the receiver. And Mio actually survives that bad positioning.
Yeah, now ASF's pushing down bot lane and very important of 4 towers right now.
Yeah.
To 1 tower coming in from SF5. And that's really bad because that just means they're lacking global gold, no? And gold is so important right now, especially for Lovida.
Yeah, so there's an Arcane Smash on top of a Righteous Glory. Q, may kapangalan siya player sa LCL, and there's a dead sentence. Guess the peak onto the support.
There, at least nakakill na rin si Lovida.
Yeah,
first kill of the game. Woo!
For Lovida. Steady na to. Pero alam mo yun, nakakatuwa itong ginagawa ng Asus Imba Fate. Kasi binabalik nila yung team fight na hindi pick.
Yes.
Yung talagang wombo
Solid
combo.
wombo.
Nakakamiss talaga, di ba? Wala sa meta natin yun ngayon, yung wombo combo.
Not so much.
Pick talaga, severe, bring the tanks. Tapos yan, parang RPG mode, try to kill the tank or kailangan mong makalagpas dun sa tank para makuha yung carries sa likod.
Yeah.
Pero ito, wombo combo, ang galing. As in, it's a matter of shooting your skills.
Yeah, and they're pulling it off correctly, no?
Yes.
Mechanically, it's on point.
Yes.
Basta yung pinaka-importante dito is that ASF, ma-translate nila to into a victory. They can kasi 7,000 gold lead right now. All they have to do is keep putting vision around. Don't let Lovida farm.
Yes.
Keep picking him out. You have Rek'Sai, you have Shen. Ang laki agad na! Oh wow, he's gonna get picked again. Okay.
But the gravity field stops. Scorpion distracts, but these are 3 members of SF5. Actually, Phosphorus Bombs and even a command attack miss on to Lovida, and he will walk away to safety. Slay still gets the belly mula kay Senna dito. There's the Ninja as a gang on 2 lanes. Di ko alam kung nangyari at saan ako titingin. But there's the 1-man Sonic Wave as Lisna goes beyond the Maoka, gets the peak onto Lovida, and again onto the tree. It will be a double kill. No, make that a triple kill as the Rek'Sai was able to slay also the Sivir. It will be an ace para sa Asus Imba Fate.
Ang laki na ng lead.
Lead
They
na to.
killed
Lead na to.
the entire team on 2 different parts of the map. It's a 10,000 gold lead.
That is an ugly Sonic Wave, okay? So, a Shockwave, Sonic Wave. A Shockwave, okay? 1 man on Sumawakay pa, but no! Lisna.
Yeah.
Ito na si Lisna, the AD carry.
Yeah, 7-2-5. He already has Trinity Force and played with the Ruined King. So, wala nang issue sa kanya yung mga tanks na yan. Very easy to pick them out. It's just, wow.
Ano kayang pwedeng gawin? Ano kaya ang ginawa dito kung sila Optimus to? Slay! Ito talaga, no? Okay, so...
Okay.
The updated recall. So yung...
That was awkward.
Safety net ng recall. Ito talaga, Asus Imba Fate. Isa lang sa mga trademark nila. Teamfight, okay. Teamfight, okay. Lane dominance, ganda ng mid lane nila. Malakas. And even, commendable din yung support nila.
Yes.
Oo. Pero, then Lisna coming back into this game also. Okay,
Yes,
as the AD
definitely.
carry. Pero ang isang trademark nitong Aces Imba-Fate, bad position. Kasi napupunta sila sa isang parte ng mapa na alanganin.
Yeah,
Kaya napipick up sila like Lisna, tapos biglang ito, yung teleport pa ni Slay
Yeah,
doon.
yung early game nila medyo shaky. They lack vision ng early part of the game. Pero at this point in the game, very difficult for SF5 to get back. 10,000 gold lead at 24 minutes into the game.
Yes.
But, like I said, yung talaga kasi kailangan gawin dito ng SF5 is to invest in the victor. The problem is, nakita natin kanina, nag-try lang siya mag-farm sa bot lane, pinatay agad siya ni Slay, tsaka ni Mio at the bottom lane. So, definitely, alam ng SF5, the moment na maka-farm si Victor, may hope yung SF5. And ayaw nila nun.
Yes.
So, just keep picking him out, keep forcing the objectives in team fights, and eventually, mananalo rin sila. At this point, SF5, they need to be very, very careful.
Yes, sobra. Kasi hanggang pick lang sila eh. And when they do picks, as a group sila, and kung as a group sila, mas sulit, mas nag-i-scale yung mga AoE skills and SS dito ng Asus Fate.
Tsaka ang hirap din makapick kasi you have two champions that have global pressure. May Shen ka na, may Rek'Sai ka pa. So the moment that you try to make a pick, ang daling maka-respond din ng ASF for any kind of pick.
Yes.
So they really have to be smart with this play.
17-9. It seems nag-a-adjust, no? Lalo na sa tempo ng game na to ngayon. But, Rek'Sai, I'm seeing him on the Baron Pit. There's a lot of wards na naibaba pa rin ng Saigon Fantastic 5 dun sa red side jungle. And even Baron putting those snaps onto the Rek'Sai. And Slay actually isolating Thunderous down.
Wow.
There's the 4-4 blade after the Shadows dash. And it will signal Asus Imba-Fate to start this Baron.
Yeah, can they get this?
Oh my god.
Senna has flash and smite.
Yes. Pangit ang ginagawa dito ni Mew.
Oh wow, split push.
Yeah, kapag binabanatan mo yung Baron, hindi ka babanat sa likod kasi mas mataas yung damage niyan. There is the Stand United getting delivered onto members dito ng Saigon Fantastic 5. There's Lovina in the backline, but it will be the jungler getting burst down. They are now onto Row, and even with the Vengeful Mist, it will be the Maokai going down onto Lovina, Rek'Sai, Praise Seeker, and he's running for his lap. There's the shield and the movement speed mula kay Oriana. There's also the dash, and finally, the top lane on a rampage. 3-4-0 exchange over that Baron engage. It will be Asus Imba-Fate.
Exactly what I meant by global pressure.
Oo.
Split push na siya.
Wow!
So simple.
Ayun o, di ba? Ang lakas talaga.
Oh.
Ang lakas talaga ng Shen ngayon.
Yeah.
No?
Key strike was
Yeah,
buffed,
talagang papasok lang siya doon. Oh my god.
Yikes, so really painful Slay right now.
It's very hard now for Saigon and Fantastic 5 to come back into this game. 22-9. That is a 13-kill lead. Make that a 13k gold lead also. Okay, on top of 5-tower lead.
Victor's only 1-5
Yeah, Dragon and
this game.
everyone has something in the bag para sa Asus Imba-Fate except for the support, which is the very ideal scenario naman. 7-2-8 for Corky, 5-1-11, 5-1-5-1 para sa top lane and jungler and mid lane.
And yun na nga eh, yung highest kills pa sa SF5 ay napunta kay Maokai.
Yeah.
So it's really not worth it.
Does it translate, no?
Yeah,
How do you
SF5,
last hit with
yeah,
Maokai?
they should probably have a priority check. Kasi yun nga, dapat nga, simula pa lang, Senna and Sunny would roam towards the mid lane to get Lovida going. Kasi alam naman ng SF5 na nahirapan si Lovida in that mid lane. They should have made a call in comms. Please, help Lovida out. Roam here. Kasi Tartarus is so safe. Sivir was doing fine against Slay in the mid, sa bottom lane, even with the lane swap. So they should have called for that. Pero sadly, pinabayaan lang nila si Lovida until now. They probably regret that decision kasi gusto niya mag-farm, hindi pinapayagan ng ESF.
Ako actually natutuwa na ako sa idea na matatalo yung team na merong Maokai, Gragas, tsaka Sivir. Kasi talaga, power pick kasi talaga to eh. Power pick talaga kasi ito eh. On the hunt, tapos dadalahin mo yung Gragas tsaka Maokai with the durability and the pick and the peel para kay Sivir. Talagang solid. And what counters that is the beauty of the T-Bills and the Shockwave.
Yes.
Alright, so again, Asus Imba-Fate starting this Baron. There's the rotation manggagaling sa Saigon Fantastic 5. Will there be a steal? There's the help! And yes, it will be the final smash by Mio. There's Senna trying also to fight off. He will get the Dark Passage onto safety, but the Praise Seeker gets the kill onto the belly of the Gragas. They are now onto Tartarus as the Slay just laying through. This AD carry 4-Pearl Blade has been delivered.
And now Mio trying to get his kills. They're trying to end the fight. Lovida is trying to get away. Sunny, can he save Lovida? Lovida very weak right now. He doesn't have a lot of options, but the stun goes down, and he's able to lock down Mia Rowe, trying to do what he can. He's tanky enough. Jiki trying to get away. The shockwave goes back, and he goes down. Slay all alone. He's near the inhibitor. Can he get away? Will he use the ult? It's still on cooldown, but he's gonna back out, and that's gonna be a 1-for-3 exchange, actually, I think, in favor of ASF still.
Yes, Asus Imperfect is doing it because they can do it. Yes. As in, sobrang overcommitted doon. Mula sa Baron Pit, papunta doon sa inhibitor turret. Actually, Nexus turrets na halos. So, yan. They can just do it.
Yeah, so, Baron buff now for ASF, so it's gonna be a very easy time for them. Even with the investment in Vision here, Medjay uses na rin yan because they already took the Baron. It's all a matter, I would guess, no, at this point. It's all a matter of ending the game at this point for ASF.
Yeah, so, I mean, yung ginawa nila, throw-in na yun eh. Yung ginawa ng Asus Imperfect dun sa top lane na talagang overcommit ng ganon, tinodo talaga. Tumayo sa gravity field over a base turret. Tapos meron pang death sentence ni Thresh. But still, the lead is there.
Yes, definitely. SF5, Lovina, really having a hard time this game.
Alright, so 2-round with Omen. Mula dito, manggagaling dito on top of 2. Wow! That is, ang tagal ko nang di nakita yung item na yan.
Yeah, and we can tell actually na
Warmogs are more.
And we can tell that wala nga masyadong effect si Lovita sa game nito kasi inuna pa nila yung Randuin's Omen over the Spirit Visage. So, really, nothing to fear with Lovita.
Hindi nga Spirit Visage na nga, talagang inanuna yun.
Yes.
Ni Warmogs pa.
Yeah.
Ni Warmogs na kaagad.
Yes, SF5 needs to rethink their strategy. They had a very good all-in pick composition but they weren't able to use it properly.
Ang tagal na nito eh, nitong composition ng Asus Fate eh.
Actually,
na nagamit lang.
At this point, mas okay pa siguro kung nag-phase na lang si Lovita because hindi rin sila nag-invest sa Victor. If you're gonna grab a Victor into your team composition, ideally, yung dapat ginawa, considering the amount of roam na meron yung SF5, they should have invested sa Victor.
And that would be good for Annie. Wow! Just like that! And the belly has been burst dito kay Gragas. This is SF5, Asus Mate, pulling off a tower dive as 2 members of Saigon Fantastic 5 make that 3, make that 4. Sunny goes down as Ro will be the final one to stand a 3, and it will be an ace in the base by Asus Fate.
Now it's all a matter of ending the game.
Tower dive, kaya nila.
Baron buff. GG, well played. Asus Fate. That one wombo combo.
Yes, that one wombo combo in the mid lane removes any win at my inhibitor na nag-respawn para dito, stopping the momentum, but they are back. It will be Asus Fate taking on victory for Game 1 of our Day 2 of the Garena Premier League 2015 Summer.
Alright, so wow. Akala natin medyo alanganin yung play ng ASF early game, but they went back. That one wombo combo literally snowballed them to victory.
Sa mid lane, yung one wombo combo na sa mid lane, flashing, 4-man T-Bears, then Shockwave.
GG.
Scene. Matik. Alright, so that's it. Okay, going back to the schedule, makita natin that it will be Asus Imperfect taking the first victory para against Saigon Fantastic 5. Now, let's see, makaka-retaliate kaya ang Saigon Fantastic
hopefully,
5?
Yung Saigon Fantastic 5, medyo alanganin nga yung play nila. They weren't able to invest in the Victor despite the pick potential. No? So, hopefully, come next game, reassess your priorities.
Yung sa team fights doon, kailangan nila talaga mag-step up doon. But they could actually capitalize the bad habits of Asus Imperfect of getting caught out of position.
Yeah, they still have a shaky early game actually. So if ASF can, if Saigon Fantastic 5 can take advantage of that and bring down their early game, tapos i-invest nila yung lead na yun kay Victor or kung mag-hyper-carry pa rin si Lovita, that will really help them to snowball into the game. Pero kung pabayaan nilang maiwan ulit si Lovita sa mid lane and then wombo combo ulit, then that really won't be good for them.
Para sa mga viewers natin, hold on to your seats. Actually, magsama pa kayo ng mga manunood dito. esports.garena.ph/stream. Please do share that sa mga kilala nyong summoners kasi ang tindi ng mga laban natin ngayon. Ako po si GS Shinboy, that is Shinboy with the 1 for an eye.
Ako po si GS Amplifier.
Okay, so Game 1 pa lang yan. Meron pa rin tayong Game 2. This is the Garena Premier League 2015 Summer, Day 2 of our Week 1. And we'll be right back.